The Merc with the Mouth. Back in 2016, the Merc with the Mouth. Say it one more time because it just sounds cool to say the Merc with the Mouth. Back in 2016, got his own movie. After years of everybody complaining and whining about, the Wolverine Origins movie, how they did him wrong, how they just destroyed Deadpool, and disappointment with that ending, which, as a kid, I didn't know who Deadpool was. I actually got my first taste of Deadpool in the video game Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and that dude cracked me up. The Merc with the Mouth, who does everything better than Wolverine, or whatever Wolverine does, he does better, I should say, with the help of Reynolds, who was in the Wolverine X-Men Origins movie as Deadpool, decided to make a whole movie about Deadpool, and it was rated R, and you know what? This movie hit. It was a home run, and it opened up much more in a franchise for the Merc with the Mouth, known as Deadpool, and on this episode of Movie Breakdowns, I'm reviewing it. What's up, world? Welcome to another episode of Movie Breakdowns. I'm your host, Ali Zakka. What's up, world? Welcome to another episode of Movie Breakdowns. I'm your host, Ali Zakka. What's Movie Breakdowns? Movie review series. We look at new and old movies, give them a grade A through F. Plus and minuses do count. And as a review you want me to do, let me know. Please put in the comment section below and I get to the best I can. Also, I do want to say thank you guys so much for watching this series. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. I appreciate it all. Or disliking if you don't agree with my opinions. That's fine. It's my opinions. You have yours. Live your life. Also have a Patreon, Patreon/Ali Zakka, and on Patreon for $2 a month, you can jump in front of everybody. If there's a review you want me to do, you pay me, I get on there and get to it immediately because you're paying for my services. Shout out to Ty the Phoenix, because he's one of my Patreon members who, every time he has a review, I get it up there. And you guys have seen some of his reviews that he requested me that have been posted. So if you really want me to review something and you're like, hey, Ali, I want your thoughts and opinions on this, hop onto that Patreon, sign up, and I'll get to it immediately. Other than that, you can wait until I get to it. My Sin City review took a whole year to get to it. JoJo Bizarre Adventure took a whole year to get to it. So, there's that. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into today's review of 2016's Deadpool. And what is this movie about? Before I hop into that, this is a spoiler review, guys. So you haven't seen the movie from 2016, go watch it, come back, and then watch the rest of my review. But Deadpool is an origin tale movie about Deadpool. It's about how Wade Wilson became Deadpool and how he lost the love of his life and becomes a revenge story. For the most part, this movie, as Ryan Reynolds does say in this movie, it is a love story and then becomes a revenge story and then it goes back into a love story. Pretty much. Wade Wilson meets the girl of his dreams. They have amazing chemistry, amazing time together. It's been a whole year and a half together. Deadpool finds out, like he does in the comic book, he gets cancer, try to find a way to cure it, becomes a mutant, and then goes down to hunt down the people who turned him into a hideous monster, because when the treatment pretty much scarred him. Like, he scarred from head to toe, and he hunts him down, gets revenge, and at the end of the day, meets the girl of his dreams again. That's Deadpool, all laid out. Right then and there. But this movie is so much more of that. If you're a fan of the Deadpool comic book series, you're a fan of the character of Deadpool, and you know how he operates, you know how he's designed and written, you're going to love this movie. This movie pretty much brings Deadpool to life and his intention of Deadpool. The writers of Deadpool, it brings it to life like he is off the wall, over the top, in your face, jokes, fourth wall breaking, all of it, comedy gold, all of it. Like, this movie is funny, it's hilarious, and it's grotesque. It is gruesome at times because Deadpool is also, in a comic book, very gruesome, over the top, bloody. Like, this movie is that too. And then at the times there's jokes about a certain situation, like he is driving down a guy on ice with a Zamboni, and he's saying, "You're about to die at the hands of a Zamboni." Tell me where Francis is. It's goofy, over the top. And I do like the dialogue in this movie. I do like some of the writing of it, where Deadpool and his girlfriend Vanessa, they are talking to each other, and she's saying something, and he'll say something, and they say it together, and like, wait a minute, what? Or how Weasel and Deadpool are having a conversation, and they're both saying things at the same time. Where they're thinking they're saying the same thing at the same time, and one says something completely different, which causes the other person to pause. And then, like, Weasel, for example, will go into more details of what he's talking about. Like, this movie is so funny. It's written so well in a sense of that, like, okay, like this works. The dialogue in this movie works, and Ryan Reynolds, you can tell he loves his character because he's giving it 110%. He is being Deadpool, acting like Deadpool, walking, talking, like speaking just like the character. Anytime somebody has a comment, he's being witty right back, and it is phenomenal. Like, it is, his acting in this movie brings it to life, and while his touch and details of being Deadpool, it doesn't work as well. So props to that. And this cast, the rest of the cast in this movie also do a good job. They go above and beyond on acting, and they go above and beyond on giving you the best Deadpool experience that you're going to see. It's phenomenal. And then a bunch of Easter eggs in this movie. There's a bunch of Easter eggs hidden all throughout the movie that, like, yeah, if you know Deadpool, you know certain things about the Marvel Universe, or know about the MCU movies, or even the 20th Century Fox X-Men movies, you're going to pick up some Easter eggs in this movie. This movie is a fun movie for everybody to watch. Even if you're somebody who not really into superheroes, but you enjoy a good romance movie, this movie does bring romance to the table. It's about a guy meets a girl, and they pretty much have a solid relationship. No problems, pretty much. It's always going great, and then Deadpool gets cancer, so there's your Lifetime story moment where, oh no, he gets cancer and he might die, and oh, now we gotta go try to cure the cancer. But he ended up signing up for a private organization who pretty much forces people to become mutants and beat them, bruise them, batter them, and put them on the body under stress until either they mutate or die. In Deadpool's situation, he mutated, and he can regenerate pretty much everything. And since he's already an assassin, he's able to do inhumable things or otherworldly things because he's an assassin. But also he doesn't understand pain anymore because he literally grows back everything. Because he actually, and it's a fun fact, he actually still does have cancer, but the fact that his body regenerates before the cancer to kill him, it's interesting. It's an interesting take. I don't know. I enjoy this movie. The only thing to me that's like, it's not as good as the CGI. The CGI in this movie, you can tell is completely CGI. Like, even the opening scene is like video game-esque cartoon CGI. And this movie came out in 2016. I have to like sit there and take myself back to 2016 to see like, what was the CGI like in that year? Because maybe this was like some of the best CGI that movie was displayed. No, you had Civil War that had better CGI. You had Doctor Strange that had better CGI. This movie has better CGI than Suicide Squad, which also came out that year. But there's other movies that came out that the CGI was done way better than Deadpool. So CGI is probably one weak part of the movie, but other than that, everything else I think is solid. The pacing of the movie I think is solid as well. Comedy is great. You get to meet the X-Men who are in this movie, and one of the characters is all CGI, but it works even in the fight scene that he's in. Solid. It's solid. Alright, let's talk about the budget before getting to directors and characters. So this movie had a budget of $58 million, and it grossed worldwide $782 million. So it did good. This movie did great. The movie is directed by Tim Miller. I didn't mind it. I thought the directing was solid. I thought some of the camera angles and fourth wall breaking was perfect, like good. Now let's go ahead and go into cast. So you have Ryan Reynolds, who played Wade Wilson, who is Deadpool. I think Ryan Reynolds did a great job, knocked it out of the park. No complaints about Ryan Reynolds whatsoever. Like, he brings it. Good job. You have Morena Baccarin, who plays Vanessa. Thought she did great. She was snarky, sassy, quippy, able to go back and forth with Wade Wilson. Thought she did a great job for the majority of the movies that she was in. Ed Sheeran, or Skarin is Skarein. Ed Skarin, who played Ajax. He's a forgettable villain. Like, he's written that way too. He's written as a forgettable villain. He doesn't really have much of talking points. He's kind of a jerk, and yeah, like as far as Ed himself, giving that character a little bit of a life by Ajax making smirks or making a face or making a look or doing something that, like, yeah, he probably was told, like, he probably should look this way or look this way. Like the little thing that, like, for example, Robert De Niro does in his movies where he, like, makes a little gesture. I would say Ed did the same thing in this movie for certain parts, but for the most part, the villain is written really, like, not a strong villain. He is forgotten by the end of the movie, but it's not his movie. Colossus, who's voiced by Stephen Kaepernick. Thought Colossus was fine. Thought Colossus was a fun character. I liked some of the dialogue between Colossus and Deadpool had to bounce off each other. And there was a moment in the movie where Colossus trying to stop Deadpool from doing something. Deadpool just does it anyway, and Colossus goes, "Why?" I like the writing for that. T.J. Miller, who plays Weasel, thought he was good. Comedic chops was great. Pacing for his dialogue, not even pacing, but his timing with Ryan Reynolds was also great. Fun stuff. And I guess I can do Brianna Hildebrand, who plays Negasonic Teenage Warhead. She was cool. Moody teenager, great. Like, that's pretty much it as far as this cast. Like, you have other people who appear in there, but really that's the main cast, and I feel like the main cast was done great. Voice well chosen, selected, fine, good stuff. Any other thoughts? Music. The music in the movie is, I feel like it doesn't distract. Like, you have DMX song, X Gonna Give It To You, like that plays in the movie, and you have other songs that play throughout. I don't think it's like distracting to this movie because it's a Deadpool movie, which is everything Deadpool does is to get you like, wait, what did I just see? To wake you up. So I think that's fine. CGI, they're stronger in CGI in the year 2016 that came out. So the CGI in this movie is okay. It's good, but it's not like great. It's you can see it, but you don't mind it. I should say there's certain times when CGI is like, oh man, it's on point, and there's other times you're like, yeah, I can definitely see the CGI. Like, it's definitely there. Definitely there. And I ain't talking about Colossus, who is purely CGI. Like, he mixes well into the world. But that opening scene where Deadpool is fighting the guys in the car, and then the scene where, like, he's fighting them again, just the CGI just definitely looks like a video game CGI. But other than that, it's fine. Is this a Friday night movie? Yes, a movie watch with your friends and family and grading time. I'm going to grade Deadpool 1 from the year 2016 a solid B+. It's a B+ for me. I think the dialogue and the back and forth with certain characters is good. I think Deadpool, the way he was written in the movie is solid. Ryan Reynolds giving it 110%. The only thing that bothers me is the CGI is not as strong for movies that came out in 2016. And Ajax as the villain, you really don't care about him. But the love story that turned to a revenge story, I enjoyed it. I was all about it. I feel like the movie's paced it pretty well. As far as movie timing, the timing of this movie is 1 hour and 48 minutes. Great. 1 hour and 48 minutes, and was perfectly well. And this movie rated R, but yeah, the 1 hour and 48 minutes was all you need. Deadpool. So B+, And you know what? It gets us more Deadpool. It gets Deadpool 2, which I graded that movie a B, and then get Deadpool 3, hopefully. So, yeah. If you've seen Deadpool, what do you think? Please put in the comment section below on that. See you guys in the next episode of Movie Breakdowns, and keep being awesome. Thank you guys for watching this episode. I really appreciate it. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Also, you want to see what else I'm doing in my normal life and other things that's going on, please follow me on Instagram at Ali_Zakka. I'll put it right here around my face. Yep, right there. Also, if you want more episodes of movie breakdowns or grind towards success or whatever it is I'm doing on YouTube, you know what? Follow my page right here, like I said before, the little comment thing right there, And then you can watch the last episode of Movie Breakdowns right here, and watch the last episode of Grind Towards Success right there. Other than that, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate y'all. See y'all next time. Keep being awesome.